Talk the things me comfy, talk the things, you hear? Talk the things me comfy, talk the things, you hear me? Talk the things me comfy, talk the things. Me no business, me no care if them screw face, whoa. Talk the things me comfy, talk the things, you hear me? Talk the things me comfy, talk the things, whoa. Talk the things me comfy, talk the things. Me no business, me no care if them no worried me. Talk the things me comfy, talk the things, you hear? Talk the things me comfy, talk the things, whoa. Talk the things me comfy, talk the things. Me no business, me no care if them screw face, whoa. Talk the things me comfy, talk the things, you hear? Talk the things me comfy, talk the things, whoa. Talk the things me comfy, talk the things. Me no business, me no care if them not like me. Talk the things me comfy, talk the thing, you hear? Talk the things me comfy, talk the thing, whoa. Talk the things me comfy, talk the things. You know business, me not care if them screw face, wow. Talk the things me comfy, talk the things. You hear? Talk the things me comfy, talk the things, whoa. Talk the things me comfy, talk the things. Me no business, me not care if them now already hear me fun too much, too much, whoa. Them not like me not like them not rate me. Me and them no friend, me don't see you care the whole of them are eating. Talk the things me comfy, talk the thing, you know? Talk the things me comfy, talk the thing, whoa. Talk the things me comfy, talk the things.
You could give them your heart, and I'm gonna still say that's not enough. Jah alone knows that you got it tough. He restored my soul like Lazarus and told me to live right even when man unjust. Yo, this is Alabama. Your Guyanese artist representing for Talk the Things TV, where we talk the things. Yo, big up fire feelings. And remember, comment, like, and follow. Alabama representing, you know. Boom! You could give them your heart, and I'm gonna still say that's not enough. Jah alone knows that you got it tough. He restored my soul like Lazarus and told me to live right even when man unjust. Yo, this is Alabama. Your Guyanese artist representing for Talk the Things TV, where we talk the things. Yo, big up fire feelings. And remember, comment, like, and follow. Alabama representing, you know. Boom!
Yeah, man. You know, so that's my boy, Alabama himself. Ram to, you know. Yeah, man, let's start the Things TV. This is the part you get the latest in what's going on. You understand, in Guyana and in the diaspora. So y'all don't know his yard already. Inside me. Make sure y'all just thumbs up the live. Thumbs up the live. I put this thumbnail in the thumbnail would not show by. Shit. Anyway, John will start. Anyway, I just gotta put the thumbnail when I start, when I end the live. Anyway, good evening to all my brothers and sisters out there. Hope you guys having a fantastic Wednesday evening. It's the 30th of March. Tomorrow is the 1st of May. And you know, so when we jump into tomorrow. When we jump in tomorrow, yeah, kick off. Because my birthday month. Yep. 26th of May is going to be my birthday, Guyana Independent Day. So I'm a very passionate Guyanese. You know what I mean? You see when I born? On Guyana Independent Day. So I'm a very passionate Guyanese. Yeah. But before we go any further, you don't know what's up, guys. Like I said, we got some stuff to go through tonight. Definitely, I got some crazy information. Definitely, we got a press conference with Mr. Aubrey Norton on the whole situation. We're going to touch on the Prime Minister, Jack Dio, with his press conference. We're going to touch on that. Also, I got the female that saw what went down. Yes, we're going to hear what she said, that she saw what happened at the Double D Hotel. I tell you also, a fella in a red mask came out today, and I tell you, the man ain't hold it back. The man loose. When I tell you loose, the man talk some things. So definitely, on talk the things, this live is going to be crazy. So once again, pleasant Wednesday night to you guys. Do like up the live. Tonight we're on Kick, we're on Twitch, and we on YouTube. You know we're going to be streaming on 3 platforms tonight, definitely. I haven't implicated Facebook. Something about Facebook, like I just don't like, I don't know. I just like them on Facebook Live when I play music, but like for doing these kind of content. Like, yeah, I don't know, but I gotta start putting my Facebook page into it also. I think I'm gonna do that tomorrow. But for now, we're streaming on Kick, on Twitch, Kick, on YouTube. Shout out to my subscribers. We there at 8,000 subscribers. Oh my God! I gotta give a round of applause. You understand? I gotta give a round of applause for that. Yo, I'm telling you no lie. From the day I created this YouTube channel, God knows I never do wrong. You know what I mean? But what get me frightened one time is that I uploaded something, end up making a thumbnail, and I didn't check the thumbnail. So the thumbnail actually had something that was profanity to YouTube guideline. Yo, and them man end up why them man dig a block on me page and tell me that how I could only apply to get back the page till in 2029. When I tell me yeah, it start hurting, bro, oh, right away next day I gonna create a next Let's Start the Things TV YouTube channel. Because I was like, yo, you know what I mean? And them time I was at 3,000 subscribers, so I done went losing it saying, what? Is it really going on here, so boy? How this gonna happen? Them man tell me I advertising profanity and sexual thing, and I said no. So boom now. Fast forward, must be about 2 months now since I get back my page. Something tell me just run through, and I run and check. When I check, the thing pop up because I wasn't seeing nothing like the Gmail. Those persons who are YouTube would know that I could go into my I wasn't seeing that, but then I see it pop up, and then man say, yo, apply. I say apply right away, and I give them a proper statement and tell them, yo, my channel don't depend on profanity and sex tape and them thing. If we got leak tape and all these kind of things, because, you know, like I said, Let's Start the Thing channel is news, entertainment news, tech ups, gossip, mix up. This is why I created this channel here. So it's not a channel for talk about politics and mean I don't do that on politics level. So that's how I created this channel for. That I could give people all the information going on in Guyana and in the diaspora. You understand? So boom, when I apply now, in less than 5 minutes I see I get back me page, but I said, thank God. This YouTube page, Let's Start the Things YouTube page is a blessing. I tell you, a real blessing. I get monetized in 1 month. My other channel that I have, because I have 4 YouTube channels that I is doing different things on. I got reaction. I got DC was doing news updates, tech ups and these things. I got FF Vibes YouTube page was do Jamaican vlogging with all them cartel and them thing. You know what I mean? I got a YouTube channel for my family where I do my family vlogging, where we going out, when we going on, you know, doing certain things. Yeah, so I'm a YouTuber. You understand? But this channel here, channel, I never did wrong by creating this channel. And as we reach 8,000 subscribers, I am literally happy. I telling you, like I told my wife, you know what I mean? 2 days ago, I say, yo, I got to put the plot right up here. 100K again for strong. 100,000 subscribers. You understand? I must be one of the biggest Guyanese vlogger, as I'm from Guyana. Who do it better than me? Nobody. I gotta give myself little props because I nobody thing. Anyway, let me jump into who we got. You know, it goes already. Shout out to everybody that definitely checking in. Please. Too much of show at 8, so we gotta start doing Marcy. What do you mean by too much of show at 8 o'clock? 8 o'clock is a good time, you know what I mean? I gotta give time, especially when people leave in work and before people go to work. That's why I schedule my show sometime at 8 o'clock, or I like to start my show at 8 o'clock. You understand? Because that's when most time people is home. Remember now YouTube, Marcy, YouTube got an algorithm that is work with it. It shows you the time in your analytics when your subscribers them is really there on YouTube. People don't there on YouTube every like 24 hours a day. Because remember, there's so much YouTube content creator out there. So I won't say they won't dep on YouTube whole day, but they won't dep on your specific page whole day. Sometimes some people come on at 9, some people come on at 10, some people come on at 8. So that's why I strategically, you understand, start putting my thing on a time list. I won't start 8:30. I won't start 10:30. No, I would start like 8. Or I would go a late show, but then I don't want to go too late when people sleeping, because still remember is the week. People got to go to work and all these things. So I can't start at 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock where people don't prepare for going bed. I got to catch them when they're making them little dinner. You know what I mean? Getting them children for going bed as school open back in Guyana and all these kind of things. So it's a time settings. If it's a YouTuber, you're going to know what's going on. But big up to Marcy. Wait, I didn't get Marcy no wrench. I didn't get Marcy no wrench. That's why this damn thing. Oh, I only seen some. I only seen some. Wait, name. What the heck is that, bro? Some. I'm only seeing some comments. Okay. Alright, everything good. I didn't see Marcy comment pop up as yet, but I saw it was here. Anyway, it is what it is. Oh, there must be a old. Oh, there gotta be a old comment. That's why. I start with that. Anyway, back to what he's saying, yeah, because this thing won't take me off of me meditation. Big up to everybody that definitely check it. Y'all know the vibe already. Like I said, we got so much to talk about. So here we're going on before I get into the whole tech ups. I was reasoning to one of my big woman friend, Karen, that normally calls in on the show. Now she was specifically saying that, there's a lot of bad things happening in the country that we're seeing right now, and she's not going back to the country, and she have a friend that says she is not going back, and I'm very upset with persons out there that is, have this narrative whereby they blaming the country. The country ain't got no problem. It's the people them who are running the country is what got the problem. The country doesn't got problem. It's the people them that is running the country is this where the problem is there, because they are the one that could calm the problem, stop the problem, ease the problem, congest the problem. You get where I'm coming from? So it's literally like though. They ain't got not the only way I could turn me back on my country and don't go back to Guyana is if it reached like Iran, Afghanistan, Iraq. You know what I mean? Every day you get up is bombs. Every day you get up is then me going back to Guyana. But these things can't make I don't go back to me country. I've been living in I'm gonna be father 4 this year. It's only about 5 going into 6 years since I migrated from Guyana, and I haven't went back as yet. Because I dep on my works. You understand? It's not a flash thing for sure. People I could fly and go and fly and come. Me don't dep on excitement. Yeah, I telling you? But I've been living in Guyana all my life, and I survived when PPP was in government, when they wasn't in government. And let me tell you something. All the politician leaders, that's why I do not believe in politics. All the politician leaders, when they get into power, they got fuckery ways going on. They got things with be sweeper on the road, because guess why? All of these politician leaders is got friends in high places. All of these politician leaders got Dave personal friend who they want to put at commander, as general, as sergeant, as superintendent. They got their people, because if PPP come out this year, and let me say AFC take over, AFC got their people them who they gonna put in place as commander, commissioner, and these things. And these people them that they gonna pick for commander, commissioner, and all these things will have business friends as usual. And the same thing gonna happen again. It mightn't be a sacrifice, but it might be something different, something otherwise, whereby a man gonna link the not the commissioner, is what the one name again, the commander. Whoever commander gonna be at whatever region, the same thing can happen. A man knock down a man call the commander of the region, hey, we're going on scone by your boy, just fuck up, boy. Knock down a man, ting, boy. Think, calm down yourself, don't speed. What happen? What ting. Boom, the commander and the man is friend because the man is make sure the commander get a food at the end of the month or at the end of the week. I keep telling you all of these commander and these big boys is get food at the end of the month from all of these big business places. So them is getting paid double time. Nobody can tell me though. I mean, nobody can tell me that don't happen. I know what's going on. I've been around banner. We've been doing these things. And I take heed. So don't bother feel like if AFC going or AP and your PNC going, the same thing don't go for these other government officials. All of them got the people. So there's no way I could don't say me going back to my country. The only way I say me going back is if I see people dead in. Sorry, that's not the right word. If I see people dying every day, like literally people just killing people, robbing people non-stop, looting, shooting. You know what I mean? Just like what? Just like Iran, like Iraq, Afghanistan, and them place. Then I'm not going back to my country. I would try to get everybody, all of me mother, me kids, everybody fast. More faster out of Guyana to come and visit the place or even to live here. Then I won't be going back to my country. But when I hear people saying that, oh, me going back to Guyana this and Guyana, nothing wrong with Guyana. Is the people them who running the country, is something is wrong with them, is make it look like if the country got a problem. But it's not the country itself, if you get where I'm coming from. You understand? So we need to bond the narrative, and but we ain't going back to the country. And we ain't go. They got Caribbean countries that worse than Guyana. So I got a female friend was telling me something about one of them island. I can't remember if it's St. Lucia, St. Vincent, or wherever. It's one of them islands she used to live a little time, and one of she friends tell she, yo, the place get more worse. You can't even walk with amount of money. You can't walk with 10, 15 grand and them thing inside of your pocket, in your purse, in your wallet. How it's so sad. These banners them ain't playing. You got a purse. Women can't even walk with purse. Got them coming for your purse. It's just like in Brazil. They man see you on a phone, they coming for your phone. They see you with a purse, a wallet, a handbag, a strap bag, they coming for it. Got them done thinking something they ain't there. Then is when me going back to Guyana. But I don't know the ropes of GT. If I go, my flash my one gold chain, or I flash with my silver, because I don't know how the thing go already. It's normal procedures in Guyana. It's normal thing. Your chain gonna get snatched, or something. You got a bag of money for you, you're gonna get robbed. It's natural, it's normal thing. But how much people still living in Guyana comfortable and then dead? So why do we have that narrative like if something is so bad with Guyana? Fuck niggas, come on. We need to done that shit. You understand? Ian Williams, big up yourself. He said, my brother, we have criminals that is running this country. That is the problem in Guyana. Simple. There's nothing wrong with the countries. Whoever is running the country that have the country in crime rate or wherever going on and killing and all is them. Once the top head could control that, it's nothing, everything normal. So I don't know why people keep putting this narrative like if Guyana is some bad country. Fuck, come on, bro. Y'all stop this this. We's not no bad, we're not so bad. It's not so bad. But here we're going on. Let me done with the talking. Let me jump into this press conference. We're going to kick it off first with Aubrey Norton, with what he got to say as we go into the rest of the stuff that we got for you guys. Shout out to everybody that's checking in on the ones and threes. Like I said, guys, we're going to be opening the phone lines in a few, because you know we got to get some calls definitely from our viewers there to hear what they got to say. Like I said, we got a lot of information to share with you definitely today, so you guys don't want to miss out. Shout out to Key. Yeah, man, Key, big up yourself. Welcome down to the show. Williams, big up to yourself. Big up to Shelly, just now check in. Yeah, man. Big up to all my normal subscribe, my normal viewers that always check in and show the support and love. You know what I mean? All right, Shelly Sato. When Granger was president, Guyana was better with crime. All right. Of course. I could remember that for a fact. Yeah, man. You're lying, Shelly. You're side, man. You're not lying. When Granger was in power, was a better country. You side? But here we go. Let me jump into this. Wait, name is, and I'm gonna open the phone lines, read a couple more comments. Y'all know how it is, my thing. Take it. Oh God, I'm here right telling you take it on the live. It's my daughter trying to steal my food. I tell her to take it. But anyway, let me jump into this here. So let's hear what Aubrey Norton got to say, guys. All right. Shout out to everybody that definitely check in. Please like up the live. Like up the live. Pe- Peterson said Jamaica way worse behavior. Watch though. Watch out though. Somebody just said Jamaica way worse. Yeah, I telling you? No, Jamaica. Watch, I love Jamaica to the bone. Yeah, I telling you? I love Jamaica to the bone. I love Jamaica to the core. I'm not gonna tell no lie. As a DJ, we adapt their language and we talk like that till we get abused. People say you're a Guyanese and you talking like Jamaica, but it's all because of the DJ world we got then. But big up Jamaica all the time. But Jamaica, oh scrap. Sometimes when I see what like the other day a youth man get on a live on TikTok before the last year, you'd get on a live on TikTok. Yo, let me tell you something. I love Jamaica, but when I see what going on, sometimes I say, what? I glad me in born Jamaica, but although Jamaica is still a wonderful place because so much people living in Jamaica still and in dead. But it's just that you got there upon your itation in Jamaica. I don't know Jamaica is like Guyana. You understand? You can't talk too much and them think if you want to live a life whereby you know you're gonna feel comfortable, you gotta go to certain parish, certain places where you know, not like the ghetto and where it's got certain, you know what I mean? You live in certain areas where you know you're safe, that you could drive by, you could drive into your yard and these kind of things. You gotta worry with nobody there, a car no wait to kill you or nothing. So Jamaica is just like Guyana. But sometimes Jamaica crime rate is make I wanna know what because them man is kill people like fucking crazy in Jamaica. Like it's like them man is I just wanna know what's going on. And sad man, them man is like them man is just dark every day. Them man is get up those fucking dark. Me know if it's because of the system or what. But them man is just get up dark. I tell you big views on TikTok that a man dead. I don't know what's going on, but still I love Jamaica and still I would go to Jamaica for spend some time. You understand? William Sato Vice Vince News expose the Vince president taking bribery. The former assistant commissioner on 253 fraud charge, 253 fraud charge. Wow. I tell you, got some countries got some crazier things going on in Guyana, bro. Crazier. You understand? And the next thing I want to mention before I go into this video here, so you understand? Give Jackie jacket, despite what people talk about PPP and these kind of thing, I still gonna give PPP a hands up for what they done for the country. And this is what I'm saying. I want you to listen to me carefully. Because every government official that go into power, that run the country, represent the country, we need to have better, proper infrastructure, better, proper road, and all of these things that we see the PPP are doing. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a hypocrite. When you do good, I start you do good. If you do scunt, I can tell you do scunt. There's a meeting go. Me don't like man. You understand? I just love when somebody being real in life. So this is it. If I know you do good, I can get Jackie it. You understand? And we got and I got witnesses to see they do what they do. They do what they do. But then we come back to one thing. What is the meaning of all of these road lights, all these development, these money we're spending on school and all these things? What? Right? What is the meaning of getting that and then you can't, and then the citizens of Guyana can't live comfortable. The police is out of order because the police feel like them above their own self. This is the only thing I feel that the PPP got a problem with, and I can be real. Got a shout out to Shelly. Thank you for the donation. Yes, man. Thank you for definitely membership. Well, Shelly is my first member. Is Shelly? Is who? Who give me that membership, bro? Don't know what's going on. I gotta check. I gotta check. Shelly. All right. Thank you, Shelly, for being a member. Like I say, guys, you could be a member for only $2 a month. Also, you guys could donate to the y'all could donate or contribute to this channel by purchasing a super sticker or a super chat. Okay, guys? Or you could donate by dropping anything in the cash app that you're seeing running on the screen. I would really appreciate it. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I really want to say thanks to Shelly for being our first member. You understand? Big up yourself. And we're looking forward for more members over here, guys. Support the channel, represent the channel, right? And before I go into the video, like I was saying, right? I got forget Jackie with duh. But at the end of the day, like I said, if the country does not run by a proper justice system, it makes no sense. We have proper infrastructure, road lights, schools and hospitals and all these things, and the civilians or the citizens of Guyana is not living comfortable. Really? This is it. So the citizens them got to live comfortable. That's the only way. You understand? Peterson said they got to do more. They got money from us and other first world country to develop Guyana. But I know that this was saying. That's why I can still give a hands up for what they do, because they do what they do. But still, all of these things that you're doing and you can't get proper justice in the country, that is what we're looking at. Like I say, everybody anyone, if it's PPP, APNU, AFC, PNC, whoever go in power, they have the right to make the country better with proper infrastructure, road, lights, hospitals, schools, and these things. That is their duty. So it's not like if it's nothing, because we know that when some people was in power, a lot of things we wasn't getting. A lot of people was crying out also. We not gonna lie, the people was crying out. You understand? So if we see what they do, big them up on what they do, but still they got things that is going wrong that they need to straighten out. They need to fix. I gonna be honest with you. This is how me thing go. You know what I mean? Granger was doing good. If they had that oil money, he would have do better. Oh, okay, them time there, Granger. All right. Them time that Granger didn't really get you with the oil. You see it, man? Osdin? I wonder if I'm pronouncing the word right. It benefit them because they can steal. You see? Well, all of it we talking about, if we could get somebody in power that don't depend on, like I said, it look like, like I said, like everybody that go in power, I not gonna, like tell you all this, I just keep it real. Everybody steal. All of them. They ain't got no one party steal. I telling y'all. I don't put your trust so much in politics. Although some of them is good, them good ones is still doing certain things. I don't give a damn. I'm saying it. Christian, Christian said the truth, so truth. All of them. You said, man, or somebody in the camp. If Granger didn't doing it, somebody in Granger camp was doing it. You understand? How we know Granger is a straight man. But remember, no, Granger got certain other peoples in place that he picked. So some of them might doing it too, but they're not gonna doing it so blazar like how these guys doing it, because these guys doing it real brawling. Like real brawling. Okay, now let me jump into the let's jump into the press conference and definitely hear what Mr. Norton had to say about these guys. All right, let's get this.
Of my fellow Guyanese, as we continue to mourn the loss of Adriana Young, we must continue to be resolute and persistent in our call for justice. We believe justice must be done. Even as we mourn the loss of Adriana, Labor Day is upon us. I take this opportunity to salute the workers of Guyana. I live with you. I work with you. I know you. And I know that all is not well. I am aware that the cost of living is extremely high and that you have grave difficulties and that you live from paycheck to paycheck. We in the APNU will provide you with a living income, a minimum of 35% increase in wages and salaries. We do not believe that is too difficult for our economy. In fact, it's an investment in you, the people of Guyana. We will improve your income. We will have more direct transfer of resources to you, the people. We want to see more food on your dinner table. We want to see more success amongst our children in the school system. We will work to ensure an improved educational system, an improved health system, and return you to the days of the APNU AFC when you got 24/7 pure water, quality water. Under the APNU, we will ensure that we put the people first. This is our promise to you. But even as we look at your condition at this stage, we cannot forget what has happened to this child, an 11-year-old innocent child. Unfortunately, the government is operating as if all is well. But all Guyanese know all isn't well. There hasn't been a proper investigation into this crime. To tell us the child drowned is inadequate. It doesn't tell us how the child drowned, who committed the crime, and no one has been brought to justice. In fact, we do not even know if those who the police force claim to have arrested are still in police custody. They must tell us. But we say this to you. We demand a proper investigation into the death of Adriana Young. And this investigation must have respectable international investigators. We cannot allow the Guyana Police Force to investigate itself. It's like charging Caesar to be tried by Caesar. We also demand an international inquiry into the Guyana Police Force. We believe the Guyana Police Force has shown its incompetence. It has shown that, like the PPP government, it is complicit in crime. And we have got to do everything to ensure that this particular crime is not thrown under the carpet. In this regard, therefore, we want to say to the Guyanese people that we will appoint a new commissioner of police. We have long said he's neither certified nor qualified to be the commissioner of police. We want to see a professional police force, and we will reform the Guyana Police Force to achieve that objective. We will depoliticize the Guyana Police Force because we are well aware it has been politicized and is being used against the people of Guyana. It is our intention to improve the training of the Guyana Police Force, both at home and abroad, with special emphasis on improving the investigative capacity of the Guyana Police Force. When you have a police force in which the people do not believe that they will investigate or they have the capacity to solve crimes, we are in deep trouble. And therefore, special attention will be paid to improving the investigative capacity of the Guyana Police Force. That is our promise to you. We will provide the Guyana Police Force with the necessary resources to do its work. We will allow the Guyana Police Force to operate in a professional way and be able to enforce law and order. The existing CCTV system must not be used conveniently. It must be at the disposal of the Guyana Police Force to solve any crime, regardless of who commit the crime. As we mourn Adriana Young, we are well aware that the wealthy in this country has always been afforded the opportunity to commit a crime and then use their wealth to get off. We say to you, whether you are rich or poor, the Guyana Police Force must serve everyone. And we commit to you that the Guyana Police Force will always be allowed under our APNU administration to enforce law and order in a fair and transparent way. We must bring this special treatment to family, friends, and favorites to an end. The police force must serve the people of Guyana. I want to urge you to continue to peacefully protest until there is justice. Guyana is for all of us. All of us must benefit from Guyana. And the law should be applied to all Guyanese in the same way. We must end this approach of different strokes for different folks. All must face the law once they would have committed a crime. We commit to you as the APNU to be a government that will serve the people of Guyana as we seek to realize our motto of being one people, one nation, one destiny. I thank you.
Did you know that some of the biggest market moves, actually most of the biggest market moves,
I mean, well, we just now heard Mr. Norton what he said there. You know what I mean? He got a lot of point with what he's saying, and that's the same thing I've been saying to myself. You know what I mean? Definitely, even if we hear that, you know what I mean, she being drowned, I thinking to myself, obviously, absolutely, positively, I thinking that we would have know when she was drowned, how she drowned, what time she was drowned. I thought these guys that coming in to do this examination would have known all of these things. But, you know what I mean, just to hear that the family hear that she drowned, this is how you hear. You know what I mean? They would drive anybody insane like the father said. You know what I mean? When he hear this, like, I feel he pain right away. It's like, yo, it's like, wow. For this, why you gonna hear you and come and tell me that she drowned? Nothing. You won't come and say, well, this is the cause, this is why, this is how. It's crazy. Then secondly, the people them in that is in definitely deep with this doing that they done to the girl. We're speaking about the owner of the hotel. We're speaking about the son. Now we have seen so much comfortable information that was shared on social media from managers that work at the hotel to employees that work at the hotel. Why none of these people let me get whole? Why we can't see, and this is the same thing I say, every day you're seeing them putting up wanted bulletin for this person, wanted bulletin. But you don't see no wanted bulletin for the boss man or his son. Now they're saying that these people is in police custody. We don't know. That no picture haven't been shared or nothing. Just like it's still after we end up hear that the sergeant that shot Ronaldo Peters went to court and was remanded. How we know? Because if it's one thing I know and I could tell y'all. Remember now, hey, this is why I thank my mother and my father now. Because daddy and mommy always say observe. Them say take heed in life. You go wrong certain thing, place, don't run your mouth. Don't nyap nyap. Listen, pay attention, and take heed. So that is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Take heed. So I know what I'm talking about when I say, yo, these banner them could play a game, yeah, camera catch you, you go to court for the first day. You might spend but a 1 week in jail. Yeah, you're gonna spend a little time. But then when everything calm down, we don't know if you're getting released because this ways happen. They got enough police that did bad things. Yeah, we see them end up going to jail. We hear them get sentenced and all them things, but they end up go spend a 1 year, 2 year. If them get 20 year, them spend a 1 year or 2 year, and they get bail or they get free from prison when they got to spend the whole time. But what? There's all the system set. Cause remember this man still got links. So the link and say, hey, guy, now we can't make it look like we ain't doing nothing. We gotta make it look like something doing. So here we're gonna happen. You're gonna just go hold down for 2 months, 3 months, and then you're gonna roll out. These ways happen. What part the father there? With the son there? Why nobody can see well already these men them in jail? With the police them there was doing all the police, the commando got to get locked up. The 2 police or how much police was in there have to get locked up too. Why we hearing nothing about them? You see, and then people keep talking about why you blaming the government? Why you blaming the government? You see what's going on? No, it's not me. No, if I is the family member now, and me seeing no proper investigation is being done, what do you expect me to think? What really you expect me to think if I am not getting no justice? You can't come up with a proper autopsy for tell me. You can't make I know or see that these men them lock up or whether is it in jail or they spending the time or we get in. Why we ain't seen though? Are we hearing you come from press conference and you're talking about this and you're talking about that and nothing ain't adding up? Nothing ain't adding up. Because they got people in Guyana that are they like today hasn't got no justice for their child, husband, boyfriend, daughter. I telling you, uncle, father, because we know how the country stay, but that don't mean, again, let me make it clear, that don't mean I would lock me country out and don't go back to Guyana. Like I said, the only way me going back to me country is if it's like Iran, Iraq and them place. Bombs every day, guns every day. That's where me going back to Guyana. But them thing can't make I don't visit back me country. But it's not Guyana got the problem. It's the people them who run the country is got the country how it be. It's crazy. Because all now we can't see nothing. We can't hear nothing but these people them. Nothing. Now I'm gonna I'm gonna drop now this video with the woman that was in the hotel with what she said she encountered or she saw or she hear. Right? We're gonna go into this, but wait, let me read 2 comment. You understand? I read 2 comment and let me see what's going on. All right, Sing 199671. He started the corrupt GPF. R major on majority PNC, and they produce the product on Brahma and PNC. You see this person is this person said explaining St. Lucia the police officer on bail for stealing. For stealings is 60 million. Hey, this is say we say they got corruption in every country, bro. You think it's Guyana alone got corrupt? You know what I mean? They got corruption all over this world, but they're telling you that's why I don't believe in the political strategy. Me don't believe in politics. None of these things I don't believe in, buddy. Because all of these men, them at the end of the day, when they go in power and they see the money, them is get greedy or them go in power because of the money. M16 gun. We say you had a M16 days. You're trying to tell me you had a M16. Oh, he's stealing a M16. See, on bail right now. I telling you, Peterson Saturday don't care about Guyanese people. They take us for fool. Of course, that's why we got to get wise. You understand? JJ said they should be spanned of them, ashamed of themselves. You understand? Sometimes how the thing is right, I don't know. Gotta make sure I get it right, you know what I mean? Olivia Sato, first of all, why they the people that move, all right, cool. I understand the way they're saying there, right? Perform the autopsy couldn't speak in the press conference. Although this is why all they went saying, you know what I mean? These medical guys, I thought they would be speaking about the autopsy and all these things instead of the president coming and end up speaking about it. You know what I mean? Excuse me that in the background. Olivia Sato, was there a open body autopsy done on Adriana body along with the scan? Yeah, they did an autopsy on her body. But this is why I'm saying the autopsy, I thought the autopsy would let we know when she die, where she died from, especially them tell me where she died from. They said drowned in. But we know that she didn't drown in the pool. We know for a fact she wasn't drowned in the pool. So they did have an autopsy on her. But then the family does say that she drowned. So we still want to know where she drowned by, what time she drowned, where she drowned. Because listen what I'm telling y'all now, y'all listen carefully, y'all smoke this in your pipe and put it at the back of y'all head. Adriana did not drown in the pool. Let me put the pool out to the picture. Because a lot of persons, because they hear she drowned. Yeah, she drowned. But she did not drown in the pool. Now listen me. They got these people them could put water in she lungs, could put something in she nose and pump water into she lungs and all these things could make water be in she lungs that they saw. You being drunk don't be literally you falling in the river, falling in the sea, the ocean, or the pool. You could die by drowning, but the same water could be in your lungs because they could drown you from a bucket. A man could push your head in a bucket and drown you. Tub, pot, anything that contains water, you could get drowned in. They could literally throw water in your nose, and if you can't think now, they could kill you. You know what I mean? Y'all know how it goes already. You ever go and swim sometime, and when you jump into the water, sometimes you might breathe before you hit the water, and water end up going in your nose. You know how this feel is? Give a burning is run from your nose straight down to your body, like. Because you know the water, you could have drowned there if excess amount of water get into your lungs. But just a little bit get in, so you feel the way. Who'd swim already would know what I'm talking about. But she wasn't drowned in the pool. Now listen to me carefully now. Remember, 20 of them come, 19 plus the grandmother, right? Now the grandmother say, she then specifically said that the siblings was in the pool. She didn't make it clear that her cousins, because normally if it's a family outing, it's going to have some cousins and sisters and wherever going there. Now she didn't make it clear that the siblings was in the pool, make Ariana come to her and say, yo, she wanted to swim, because this is what she said. She stated that Adriana came to her and said, Granny, I want to go in the pool. Now note, the only way you could go in the pool is if you get a ban. You cannot enter the pool if you don't have a ban. Remember this, what the grandmother say. 1,000 for adults, 500 for kids. They say you come into the hotel free. Well, not the rooms them, but run the pool. But for enter the water, enter the pool, you have to pay. So Adriana came to her and said, Granny, I would like to go into the pool. Can you purchase me a ban? Now, I feel it gotta be upon Adriana going to get the ban. That's when these people them grabbed her and got a hold of her. That's why when she called, but the only thing is what I saying to myself, right? It got to be in some way or some form Adriana went for the geshy that their cousin couldn't see. Because the grandmother said she send them back. Remember these kids them? All of them went round the pool. They left. Some of the kids them get up from the pool, went to the grandmother. Me know where the grandmother went. Me know if the grandmother went in a room or what. Because it clearly shows that the grandmother was not by the pool with the kids. Says either she had to be in a room trying to get things, that they could, get a room for the change and all these things. So boom, the kids them get hungry. So after the kids them get hungry now, the kids them end up decided to go and tell Granny, yo, we want something to eat. Meanwhile, leaving Adriana at the pool. Now, Adriana didn't get into the pool as yet because obviously people would have seen she swimming in the pool. Grandmother said when she sent the kids them back for Adriana, they came and said she's not in the pool. Now, this is why Wanda did. She went in the pool. Did she get the ban and enter the pool? You see, this is how all the CCTV footage camera could have, was so much evidence and still it wasn't working, but could have been so much evidence we could have get with that because we still don't know if Adriana bought the ban and went back into the pool, but I doubt whether that. I'm thinking that when she go for Getty ban, that's when they got her. Because I think I saw a picture whereby they end up putting the ban on Shahan late after. And the ban was not wet if she was drowned in the pool or even she was drowned anyway with a drunk she. They did not, or should we say she did not get a chance to put on the green ban. The green ban went on after. Remember when they done kill this girl and decide to put you back in the pool and had to come up with all kind of thing they had to come up with. Oh, scrap this girl, got to get on, she close this girl, got to get on ban. We got to put this girl back in the pool in order for we make it look like it's drunk, she drunk. So Adriana did not drown in the pool, but she did drown. They could have drowned she in a tub, they could have thrown water into her nostrils. But she wasn't drowned in the pool, bro. Let's jump into this now. Let me get this this video that I got for you. Whereby the female that was there, yo, this is my brothers and sisters, I keep telling you about we fight not only against flesh and blood, but spiritual thing in high places. And me want go into them realms. Me want get the ability to see things and hear things and them things. Whoever got the ability to do that, big them up. Whoever got the ability to hear things and see things, I big up yourself. Here? I big up yourself. But me want them, I don't want them I don't want them blessings. Because there's only certain people could really handle them blessings. You understand? Anyway, let's go and find this video. Hold on, give me 1 second, guys. I thought I already shared the damn video, but I didn't.
Stop, guys. Check this out.
Hold on there, guys. Hold on. All right. Hold on, let me make sure I get for share it. I gotta share it. All right, as we can get the one as yet, let me jump into this one here, because this one is, we can get this one for 2 minutes. We don't take long on this. This is a touch me. I want y'all listen to this. Listen to this here, so.
So, hello everyone. Hello to everyone. So, how everybody doing? We are not doing fine. Calling on the president, calling on my president, our president, the president that is running the Republic of Guyana, calling on the president, calling on the voice minister, Mr. Barrett Jagdio, calling on you guys. So, there is so many questions, so many answers to so many missing puzzle, so many answers to so many questions. Calling on Mr. Infant Ali, the president, starting from you as our president, I want to say this morning that you fail to serve justice to your people. You fail, Mr. Infant Ali, to serve justice to Adriana Young and also to the citizens of your country and of Guyana, our country. So, beginning on asking so many questions that has missing and that has covered up. I knew it all. And for all the Guyanese citizens, I hope your eyes is open clearly and see what is going on in your country. I want to ask a question all beginning in 2012. We all got to go back when this all started, which for we don't know the truth, like how much life this owner of Double Day Hotel that you guys is trying to protect and cover up his crime. We don't know how much more people life has taken in that hotel. So we're gonna talk about what we know and what come to light, right? Beginning in 2012, I want to ask the president, Mr. Infant Ali, this question, and I want we the citizens, we want answer. We want correct answer. In 2012, this is not about racism. Before I get in and ask a question, I want to tell you all, it's not about racism. It's about these cult in these high position. They are doing ritual, sacrificing your children and sacrificing them for money. It's a whole demonic kind of cult for riches and for money. So don't think it's about a racism thing, but people in the government have to be a part of this kind of ritual sacrificing. And I'm going to say why I said so. I'm not going to only say so and say that they are part of the ritual sacrifice cult where they take our children or take people's life and sacrifice them for money. I'm going to also speak and show you facts and show you proof why I said so. Right? Because if the leaders of Guyana or the government, the people in the higher society wasn't a part of it in the government, they would have stand for justice for this child and for that teen that also life was snatched away in 2012. But they did nothing. They did not do anything. And they have these, they actually is not trying, but they're protecting these killers that is in this ritual, right? They're protecting them. They have them all free. And there is so much more to ask. So all beginning in 2012, when this young man, this young East Indian young man has lost his life in this same kind of tragic way, just like how Adriana Young has lost her life. And I want to ask the question to the president, Mr. Infant Ali, why in 2012, when they done an autopsy on the teen, they also pronounced him that cause of death was also drowning. And why these people was released out of custody and they were set free, and they was not even was charged for first degree murder, and why they were set free by the government, by the ruling party, why they were set free, and why the story was washed away. That's the question I would love to ask the president. Why why justice did not prevail to the family of the first victim, and they all were set free by the ruling party, and all charges was dropped against the owner of Doubleday Hotel in 2013? That is a question I would love the president to answer me. As a citizens, we have rights of freedom to express our speech when we know what is going wrong. Why they was not charged since in 2012? That is one of the questions. And I'm going to play the video that the first victim in 2012 was brutally murdered the same way as Adriana Young, as little Adriana Young. And he was beaten unconsciously, and he was dragged into that same building, Doubleday Hotel, and Actually, this tells us something. And I'm going to tell you what is the truth that this tells us. These people here, this monster, that all of them is in this ritual, cult, blood killing sacrifice group. They find a way how to do things in a way that they would not be caught. So when they say yesterday that the autopsy say that Adriana Young died from drowning, and they did not speak the whole truth about how her body was so bruised or burnt, but they only speak the cause of death, it tells us something. I don't know, it tells us something. And I'm going to tell you what it tells us. These monsters, they study this before they do it. So what they do with the victim, they drown the victim first. And they did not drown her in the pool. They have a secret room in that hotel that they light the building afire and destroy the evidence of all the proof that was in that building. They destroy it. So what they do to the victim, they capture the victim, capture them, tie them upstairs into the room, and they had to get a bathtub into that room. So that is what they actually try to tell us, because they know that they're going to look for the cause of death. And the cause of death, they know, it's going to look like it's drowning. But it's not drowning. Like, yes, that is how they kill the victims. That is how they snatch. That is how they unalive them. And that part can be truth. The way how they unalive the victim is by taking them into the secret room that they just normally perform the ritual. It's a special room with all the equipment where everybody gonna come into the room and they're gonna pass all of them who is in it. All of them gonna come in the room, and they had to get a bathtub into that room where they hold down the victim and they drown them into that bathtub. So we now see why they light the building afire, because they know it would have not gone down like that. After they find out the cost of death, they would have now actually checked to see if she actually was drowned in the pool or she was drowned in the bathtub, where they're going to carry her lungs to do more for the tests. So they're smart. They destroy the evidence in the building, because the water in the pool than the water in the bathtub is two different water. But that is how they kill the victim. They unalive them in a bathtub. They hold them down and they drown them first by snatching the life out of their body. So when they drown them into that bathtub, they actually take them out and they perform the ritual by destroying the body, which whatever they want. They burn the body, they mark the body, but there is more. There is more, so much more to this. But that is how they unalive the victim.
We know that for sure. Definitely, we know that for sure. You understand? That's why I was telling people, that's why I keep saying that she was drunk, but she wasn't drunk in the pool. You understand? You can remember this woman know what she's talking. I remember on the last live that I did, whereby the mother of the same son, the boy that she's speaking about, she came out and she spoke. You understand? This boy missing, like we said, this boy get missing the same day with Adriana. It's still the next day this boy get discovered now. And then the thing about this story, what got me so angry and so furious, is that they got some real stupid jackass friends in your life. Yo, you gotta know with your friends, because here why he said, oh, the friends them called the mother or the sister that was alive till the next day. Nobody said nothing. From since the day before that, nobody call, nobody say, yo, this child missing. I know they got some friends like that. They know they come and think they frightened to tell the parents, well, scrap this man get knocked down or he get kidnapped or whatever because they feel like the parents might kill them or something. No, bro, you got to talk. And this is what happened with her son. But those that she's son now little taller, my got little size, them get into a heated argument, you understand? And they end up getting into an altercation whereby they put a severe beating on the little banner. So when them beat his banner now, them put you out, like somebody do something wrong in the hotel and I put a trash on you and put you outside, them put you outside. They took him in the room with a mistake, all of them. That's why nobody wasn't finding me all night. It's still the next day when them done do them ritual, then them put you in the pool. Over and over, tired. There's when them put you in the pool. But them mistake you in the room. You sight, man? Now let me run into this here. So I tell you, today is a well-packed show. Like up the live. We do on Twitch, we on Kick, and we on YouTube. We on 3 platforms definitely tonight. Shout out to everybody that definitely checking in. Like I said, guys, you guys could support by being a member of the channel for only $2 a month, sorry. $2 a month. Be a part of the membership, you know what I mean? Be a membership of the club, you know what I mean? Be a member. Yeah, man, join the membership, I should say, of Let's Start the Things TV. You know it go already. Shout out to Shelly, our first member of the page. And you guys know what's up. Members will be getting special, you know what I mean, gifts and so forth. We're going to be giving you guys. So definitely, if you're a member of the channel, you will be receiving gifts from us also. Yeah, like I said, let me jump into this here so now. Let me jump into this video here so with the female talking about what happened. We got enough. I loaded for you. I don't know what I'm tomorrow. I hope I find thing for tomorrow, Ross. for your show, for tomorrow's show, but I loaded. Let me jump into this here so. Somebody send me this. And I want to say thanks to everybody that have the number, and definitely you guys are sending stuff. What's gonna happen right now? Tonight before the show finish, I'm gonna put the link for my Discord. I have a Discord. Here's a Discord app whereby you guys could definitely join the Discord app, and whatever video and whatever it is, you guys could share it in there. Also, we could have conversation about the certain situation, like these things. So I'm gonna pin the Discord link soon before we finish with the live. Alright, guys? Okay, guys. Let me jump into this here, sir. This is the female. This is the female that was at the Double D Hotel that says she heard something spooky or something. I don't know. But let's see what's going on here. So with this video here, so guys, understand. Let me get this here. So make sure you like up the live, guys. Like up the live.
All came to swim at the pool. I was also in the pool of swimming, so I saw the layer in the afternoon. And in the afternoon, I saw when the grandmother was screaming, asking for them to get her, They was saying that they didn't know what to stick anyway. The night everybody came out and they was crowded outside. So I was telling the guy that we need to move from here, and because they say it looks so nice. Anyway, the night, later on in the night, I came outside to get some fresh air. And I see a guy was, walking up and down, so I didn't even know really. Anyway, I heard a scuffle, two room away from my room. So that was room 135. Right? But normally, you just hear things in hotel, but you just say, like, this part is perfect. So I hear this coughing all the time, like, and I hear a scream. So I was asking the same person that with me, you hear the person scream, he said, no. Right? Anyway, I didn't sleep the whole night because after the coffee outside, I didn't sleep the whole night. Anyway, I looked through the window because where we were on the front, the party, you could see everything. Right? And I saw this young man was dragging this child. Right? I called my father to come and see. Oh, they was dragging a child by her foot to the other room, right? And there was this Indian guy. I didn't see him from the face. I see him from behind, and they fall on the child and take her into the other room. Anyway, my friend picked up his phone and he started video, right? But we didn't get to video the whole thing. Anyway, they put her in the other room. So while the people was arguing outside, they had the child in the other room. Which indeed, as the older lady said, there was a bed because indeed there was a bed there that they take, was a yellow bed that they take and they put her in, right? And the same morning early, when everybody was about to do the whole thing, I feel they put the child in the clinic, but I didn't see when they put the child in the clinic, but I saw everything was of students. And I'm scared, I don't know. I'm very scared to meet out to those people and to meet out to the police because I'm scared for my life and my family life. And I don't need anybody to come looking for me and my family.
Well, as you guys heard what she said, because everybody was saying, why she ain't call the police, why she ain't this, why she ain't that. Y'all got to remember now, situations like these are very serious. Because down to me now when saying, if I see something, I would have called, but then I remember that the same thing like she said I could make a call. Remember when I make a call, I gotta give these people them me name and all them thing. When I don't do that, of course somebody coming for me because them thing they a serious thing. So I could understand if she didn't make the call up front because look at the manager when made the post whereby he said he was paid $1 million and they told him if he talk, they're gonna kill him. So what gonna happen to anybody else who call, if they did a call and then the police they get them information, the information will come back to the commander that, it's George, it's Sam, it's Harry. Call we and tell we this. The next thing you see next day, somebody coming by your house like the girl say. So you got to be careful with these situation here. Although them say you see something, say something, you still got mind the way you're saying, because a lot of people, that's why a lot of people just mind their own business, because your mouth, they got a saying say he that keepeth his mouth, keepeth his life. Y'all know they got the old saying like that, right? So a lot of persons live by the rules and regulation because we see enough people that run them out. Like they say, snitches is get stitches. So you don't want me to no snitching part for you gotta get stitched. You understand? You don't want to meet in none of that for they say you got to get stitched. Anyway, commercial break for a second.
You could give them your heart, and I'm gonna still say that's not enough. Jah alone knows that you got it tough. He restored my soul like Lazarus and told me to live right even when man and just. Yo, this is Alabama. Your Guyanese artist representing for Talk the Things TV, where we talk the things. Yo, big up fire feelings, and remember, comment, like, and follow. Alabama representing, Boom!
Yeah, man. Big up to my brother Alabama, always representing. And shout out to all the Guyanese artists, definitely. Send them a drop in and so forth. You guys know how it is. Yes, it is what it is. It is what it is. Anyway, let's jump into to this here. Now it seems like the Guyana is on curfew. You understand? Guyana curfew down right now, and it's crazy. It's crazy, crazy at this said moment here. You know what I mean? All Linden tongue week get called off. They ain't got no more Linden tongue week. It look like cartel ain't gonna be coming to Guyana anymore. I'm very sorry also because I got a curfew that definitely kick off. You know what I mean? And it's crazy to see that this little girl is a cause history in Guyana, you know what I mean? History we could say. This little 11-year-old girl caused history, caused riot. When last we had a riot in the country? Subscribers, I want you to drop it in the comment section. When last we had a riot in Guyana? I telling you? This will show the power of this 11-year-old. The power of this 11-year-old. You get where I'm coming from? Shout out to Peterson said for everything cause. They had everything planned and set, but it did not go as planned, right? The thing they had everything set and planned, cause why? Most of the people them that they on a live they can remember despite 2012, one of my live somebody came and said, they sacrificed a Spanish family little child. And they pay off the Spanish people them because they know that the Spanish people them want money. The people them was in the country, poor, they had a child, they end up collect the people them child, sacrifice the child and pay them off. Remember, this is not something what happening today. It's long these people them been doing though. Ever since I play at Double D Hotel, cause I play at the place when they first open. Man. The man got the DJ boot up, says he could sit down, stay loud. I'm not telling you, they're loud, loud. But I never really visit the hotel part. I only visit inside where you could go and party in them thing. But I tell you, I play in the hotel already. You know, but that was back in them time. And I tell you from since then, these people them doing these things. So it's nothing strange. And guess what? The commander or whoever getting put in charge as the commander for the division in Tushin know what's going on all the time too. All the time they know what's going on. So it's not no if, but, or maybe. You understand? But it does show you how the thing is now. Let's get into some news definitely. Whereby yeah man, Nandalal, we should say the PPP and the PNC or the AFC right now is going back and forth with this whole situation here with Andrea. You understand? Yeah. Now, Nandalal saying that they reject the opposition claims that PPP cause countrywide mayhem. This is what Aubrey Norton and the rest of them is saying that is because of PPP make this happen. Now let me go and run a poll. I'm going to run a poll right away. Let me run this poll quick. Just a minute, guys. Who you think it's the you understand? Okay, I soon release the poll. But for now, let me jump into this here so quick and fast. Let me get this here, so car. This is in normal, guys. Please like up the live, like up the live. We got 341 persons on the live. Guys, please give the video a thumbs up, all right? Let me jump into this here, sir. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Says Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs Anal Nadalal has debunked claim by the political opposition that the People Progressive Party (PPP) is responsible for disrupted protest action on Monday night. During his live program on Tuesday evening, issuing the news, Nadalal noted that the allegation made by the opposition leader Aubrey Norton is an old hackney argument used for decades by his party. This is what this gentleman is saying, that the People Progressive Party is using persons that it is paying to destabilize the country against the PPP government, to burn the road, burn bridges, black roadways, so as to cause mayhem and confusion and pandemonium under the government of the PPP. So the PPP is causing protest action against itself. He highlighted the absurdity. As we continue, he said, Norton, in a video statement on Monday, claims the PPP using criminal elements and 10 days workers to infiltrate protests and create mayhem. The Attorney General on Tuesday evening questioned who the opposition is trying to persuade with such a highlight. Ridiculous narrative gives the approximately 15,000 10 days worker and their families will not be convinced, neither would the supporters of the government. That is the thoughtfulness of these opposition politicians, and they expect people to take them seriously, he commented. The protest action for justice for 11-year-old Adriana Young were hijacked for a criminal purpose, with persons taken to the streets to loot, destroy public and private properties and cause mayhem. The violence started following the revelation by their international pathologists that Young died from drowning. The body of the child was discovered in the pool at the Doubleday Hotel located at Tushin East Bank, Ezequibo, the day after she was reported missing from the establishment. They have used the occasion as a platform to commit some of the most disrespectful social acts and highly charged criminal conduct, and this did not come from the relatives of the deceased. This behavior largely implements from those who saw an opportunity to destroy, to burn, and to loot, to steal and rob, he noted. Let me pause it right there, cause it's because Adriana make everybody start to behave like this, definitely. So, to see these two politicians, them going back and forth, right now we don't want that right now. We want people to hold a focus and do the right thing. We know for a fact that proper investigation is not being done, and that is why the people them start the riot and the looting in the country. You understand? That is why. So it ain't got nothing to do with if it's PPP pay nobody or if it's AFC or AP and you pay. It's not none of that. These people them came out and do what they do because justice. It's something that is overbearing. And for those persons who they know, they got a saying, who feels it, knows it. So right now what we want from the two opposition leaders, you understand, it's a whole of focus and do the right thing. This is what we need. That is what we need. Now why y'all listen, this is because on the day there, you understand, the president made a call to the commander, if y'all don't know. I'm gonna let this, I'll let you get to hear this piece of report here with me. Let me see, we done the 1 hour mark or good? We doing a 2 hour show? We don't know. I don't know, gotta come back here in the morning. Yes, I man. I want you to listen this carefully now, guys. Two instruments, two contact numbers, two incoming calls, one from the president of Guyana on one phone, and one from the owner of the Doubleday Hotel on the other phone, contemplating on which one to answer as the previous calls were instructions in relation to do as I say, and not what the law or the family say. Listen carefully, you know. One on one phone and one on the next phone. I'm gonna play it again over for you guys here. This is a statement upon the commander getting call. He did get call. All right, listen again. Numbers, two incoming calls, one from the president of Guyana on one phone, and one from the owner of the Doubleday Hotel on the other phone, contemplating on which one to answer as the previous calls were instructions in relation to do as I say, and not what the law or the family say. The posture of the commander tell a story he was receiving two calls at the same time and couldn't. T decided which boss to answer first because answering either call, one call would have to be unanswered, and they would have been consequence for a missed call at that critical moment. Anyway, he ignored both call and, in my view, the calls were to instruct him not to allow the instruct from Minister of Social Protection, Vindhya Prasad, that was the allow the family along with police dogs to search the hotel environment for the missing 11. This is the instruction he was getting called to do. To don't let the minister, the human service minister, you understand, order for the sniff dogs them and the family members to go into the hotel. Me know there's a next officer let out this statement here, sir, or where's the scene. But two calls was made to the commander. But he decided not to answer two because if he answer one and get declined, you know me say he said, well, all right, don't only answer no, he just act out of his own thinking and do what he do. Right? No, it's unfinished there. There's a part of this thing there by, hey. All right. Well, on that people. Shout out to everybody that for now checking in. Please like up the live, guys. Like up the live. Hold on there, guys. All right. Jesus Christ. Come. Children by. CP Home 1800. Well, on there, people. All right, listen. Years old girl. May I respectfully say this is what blow everything out of proportion, forcing the culprits to quickly place the body of Adriana Young body in the hotel pool and then burn the evidence room. First and foremost, the police publicly started that several checks were made on the entire hotel complex and no sighting of the girl, and the police issued a statement claiming the girl had left the hotel. Complex compound. In my conclusion, the police are responsible for the death of Adriana Young, the placing of the body in the pool, and destroying the evidence by lighting the fire to the room. Attempted company. So still, don't matter how much you twist it or turn it, the police them. And this what I say, Peter is paying for Paul, and Paul is paying for all. So as the commander for the Division 3 in Tushin messed up, he make it bad for everybody get skin up right now. Say skin up. Full skin up, bro. 2 calls was made. 2. He ignored both. But still, he feel the call was not to let nobody search the premises. You understand? I tell you this man is, you know. Cause everybody blazing. The president right now, everybody blazing. Everybody I give him some fire burning from left to right. I telling you, he there any bed all now and he getting some serious piece of lighting, some fire. You understand? Listen to what this man had to say.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this episode of the State of Affairs. Well, I would like to directly address His Excellency the President, Mr. Irfan Ali. He put doctor in front. I don't know what it really means, if you understand what that means, but in Guyana now, this is how these things go. You put a fancy thing in front of your name to give you some kind of importance. Mr. Ali, I think it's important at this time for you to remove from social media and all forms of media that statement that you did last night regarding the autopsy report. And this is why. I saw a young guy who's supposed to be a doctor or a pathologist who was there with the foreign pathologists, the 3 foreign pathologists, who gave an account, which is important because we can take things out and figure out what's going on here. He said from the time he came there, he knew for sure, before it even started, the child died from drowning. So he came with a preconceived concept in his head. Obviously, this was shared with the others, with whatever they were told. And this had to be the case. Secondly, he said, we cannot say if she died from drowning, forcibly drowning or any sort, but they said drowning. These are a couple of things I would like us to examine. And you to examine, Mr. President, because you're embarrassing yourself. And by extension, you're embarrassing this nation. It's a disgrace. That guy said, they cannot say if she was forcibly drunk by someone or anything, but he also said the only thing he can't account for, or the can't account for, is this marks and scratch on her face and on her hands. That's the only thing they can't really explain. But Mr. President, you went on to explain this. Were you there? You know what you said in your statement? You said, the doctor said, they didn't found any form of foul play, forcible entry. None was found. You said that. You said that in your press conference. People go back and look at His Excellency press conference. Go back and look at it. Last night, and give me, after he finished elaborating about the idiots, the pathologists, because they're idiots in my view, because they're dishonest, they're sick. I want to know what kind of briefing they were given even before they came into this country to do this case. What kind of briefing were they told? We just find this girl in the pool. I want to see. I feel that is what they were told. They had a right to know the circumstances surrounding this whole case even before the proceeding, so they could at least have an understanding of what angle to approach this thing from. How can the President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, who's supposed to be the #1 patriot, listen to 3 idiots from 3 other countries, tell him bullshit, and he stood there proudly reading it to the nation. Could you believe that? He stood there proudly reading this to the nation. How much more bad can we get as a people? This is our leader. After he finished elaborating of the accreditations that were attributed to these people, I have no respect for them. They deserve no respect for no guy because they're disrespectful and they're sick. If you put an empty bottle or a bottle with a hole into water, it will eventually take water in. You judging based is judging based on the fact. Because that's what it sounds to me. They judge based on the fact they found water in your lungs. Bullshit. 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 Forgive me. I'm angry. You found water in your lungs and that's grounds to say, okay, she died from drowning? Bullshit. If she was killed previously and thrown over there, what the hell do you expect to happen? If you put a bottle with a hole and throw it over with water, it wouldn't float without taking in water. It will take in water. So you check it to see now, and you're buying the buying time. They actually throw this out to see if we can accept the nonsense that they push. I don't know, sorry for the interruption. I don't know what really occurred there, but the phone just went out. And now it's back on again. Sorry for that. Nonsense. This is a trial to see how we can accept it and try to tell me, don't bother with this case, don't bother with this trial, don't bother with your justice. Let's focus on the...
All right, people, we just dropped the poll. Do you think the PPP, it's the PPP fault for the riot in Guyana? Yes, they are responsible. No, they aren't responsible. Drop your votes right now. We got 7 votes, 380 persons. Drop in those votes. Let's get the vote going.
This case, don't bother with this trial, don't bother with your justice. Let's focus on the future so we can ensure when children are reported missing, these things won't occur again. Nonsense, you're telling people. Nonsense. I would like you people to stop paying any attention to those fools, those 3 pathologists, those wicked people. Let them take me to court, because I can prove to them how they're wicked to this nation, disrespectful to this nation. You won't come into my country and tell me that? And our president proudly read that on national TV? Something is wrong. Something is wrong. Something is wrong. How can you take that to us, Mr. President? How can you put that nonsense to us? It's nonsense. How can you put that to us? What foolishness is put into us at all? He's actually basically making it clear that it's done there. This is what the president actually trying to say. And they're going to look for other things now to support that. What nonsense is that? And I'm glad the guy, the other pathologist for Guyana, he said it before he go through, and everybody knows it was drunk. I'm glad your ancestor. Y'all give yourself away. Y'all already got a preconceived notion we're gonna say it's drunk there. Nonsense. It's a waste. Yes, you waste people's time and resources. Well, for those who are benefiting, the ones is a waste of time and resources. They're working to protect whoever they need to protect. Imagine you, Mr. President, Mr. Shep, you know I'm embarrassed? You're a Muslim. You are a Muslim. And we understand for somebody's life to be taken unjustly. It's like if you kill the whole of humanity, the Quran is clear. If somebody is killed unjustly, it's like the whole human life, the whole life on earth is taking the Creator serious with this. You are trying to push this to people. You are trying to push this to people. It doesn't make sense. It's nonsense. Oh, look at it.
Before I go any further, hold on there, I got to say thanks to Patricia Boodley, if that's her right put on, but I know Patricia saying good evening, and she say happy birthday in advance. Thank you so much. You don't know, say my birthday month is from tomorrow, the 1st. So you don't know it's gonna be crazy on these lives.
The situation, how you make sense of it? She tried for drunk there by 5 marks, but she hands to feel you can't explain. What are you saying to these people at all? You find her from drunk there, but you have maybe you can't explain. Oh, not only that, oh, she was disappeared for hours. We didn't know where she was. What really these people telling people at all? They might think about this folly. This really pissing me off. I don't want to hear nothing about these idiots. What are called pathologists who came in to embarrass us? Who came in to embarrass us and insult our intelligence? I don't want to hear nothing from them. And you should not want to hear anything from these people. Because they're clearing an agenda, clearly they're clearing an agenda. The young man opted for the other one because he was hoping that he gets something that is balanced. He gets some more justice. But it's clear he was the same. Why fear the run and the fear for the life? They have to be fear for the life because they know what they did.
The man got a pointed weed they're saying there. Because they know they're doing something wrong, so they beat out. What are they? Aren't we supposed to hear something from these guys? Aren't these guys supposed to be doing a press conference saying, well, this and this is what we examine, or this and this autopsy show? Not us telling the father that he was drunk, coming out and telling the public something more better, something more proper, something more understanding, something with common sense. Come on. It's the same thing I saying about these pathologists or these examiners or wherever, like is waste of time they come for do this autopsy on this girl. Cause for those here, she drowned. Where she drowned from? When did she drown? How did she drown? When you do autopsy is supposed to show you all of these things. But they feel like they could take fucking Guyanese people for ass. Like like somebody said a while ago, they take Guyanese for fool. You understand? They really take Guyanese people for fool, bro. Why they didn't have a press conference whereby they explain properly, yo, and you see, when the government getting blame is the next thing. It's not like we want to point fingers. At this time, so we can't point fingers while. But it's common sense when you sit down and you really study what really going on. Now, everybody want to know how this girl dead or where's the case. I'm telling you the truth. I think in these people them coming, even if the president was there with the pathologists or the examiners that did the autopsy on the young lady, the young child, sorry, should have been there. Whereby I just go through it too. I just go through it. I just got me moments. You understand? It's common sense. These people ain't supposed to come and do some kind of, press conference telling the people them, well, here we're Guyana, and the people of Guyana, we fly in. So let me give you, these are things that the president or the government supposed to make sure these man them, they're next to them, giving this report upon Adriana. Instead, he come with some autopsy this and autopsy that. Like this man just don't say, I don't know what kind of doctor is he. Or he just put doctor, forget some kind of fancy name. Cause he didn't even explain that ever going on. I did certain practicing in this field, so I know what's going on. Try for say something. It's like sad man just come. You just talk about the world with the doctor them find and with the doctor them get and the information with the doctor them share and people we need you to stop terrorizing and this and that. Yeah, I could have prevent all of this from the first time. Yeah, I could have prevent all of this. Because if word they come from the top, lock down the hotel, take everybody out, search the hotel thoroughly. Dr. Crime, somebody said. He's Dr. Crime. This we is a doctor for crime. I tell you, Scott, by hey, y'all don't easy on this live at all. You understand? Down 31 Street say, I believe she was put in the pool to wash off DNA. Doctor didn't stupid work, should have checked on their fingertip, and that girl should not be buried as yet. Well, I saying the same thing, you know what I mean? Although because it's crazy. Now let me jump into these. I tell you tonight we nice. I want to give everybody. I want to give all the juice. But you know we got over here, so we don't spoil them with the juice. Cause once you come over here, says juice. You know how I do it. Extra juice over here. So big up King of Light. What's up? Big up yourself. Big up Andrea said. Okay. King of Lights, I am a warrior. I observed that when Jack Dio talking on the TV, he seems very uneasy. Maybe I am seeing things. Bye. Father is walking mysterious way for make you see fucking things. You understand? Doctor, yeah, man. Dr. Criminal. Peter Simpson, I think this had to send waves before coming. Sign waves before coming on. Or the comments them coming so quick, I got pick because it does disappear from my eyes, bro. Okay, couldn't say anything bad about the government. I think they had signed with okay. You couldn't say anything bad about the government. All right, for real. For real. Let me jump into this now. I think it's joke. I think we playing. We got Juicy tonight named Juice. Like up the live, guys. Like up the live for me, please. Like up the live for me, please, guys. Well, we cruising tonight, man. We ain't no rush. We ain't no pace. Shout out to everybody that definitely checking in on ones and threes. All right, let me get into this here. So you're playing a head ain't good. Juice. Juicy. This woman is made a lot of points with a lot of stuff. Well on there, people. Well on there. We know how the thing go there. All right, let me go we start this here.
Police officer Leroy Smith, who I just did a video about the police officer Leroy Smith, who I said could actually be physically seen as Adriana Young's body was being retrieved from the water and laying on the side of the pool. He left the crowd of people, went upstairs and set fire to the hotel. Now, it just occurred to me that I should have shown you the proof in a video. It was silly just to talk about it, so here we go. First of all, this is Leroy Smith at the scene, wet from the knees down, soaking wet trainers, and you can see from his foot.
All right, hold on there. So wait. This is a white girl. This girl is she covering this story. Somebody sent me this today. This girl today. She's on TikTok. She name I think it's Comment Crime. This is her name on TikTok. Comment Crime. And she said, "Oh, y'all need to follow her. Go on TikTok. Try see if y'all could follow she and share her videos them. You understand? That's what she said. She said share her videos them so people could get for see cause she's skinning up the whole corruption also, guys. You understand? Her name is Comment Crime on TikTok. You understand? Make sure y'all go over there and check it out. You understand? Check out. But we gonna run some of the videos over here so as we there here, so y'all don't know what's going on, right? Now she is basically showing we all the little loopholes that pass by whereby a lot of persons supposed to see that they didn't see. You understand? So let me take a look at this again. Start it over.
I just did a video about the police officer Leroy Smith, who I said could actually be physically seen as Adriana Young's body was being retrieved from the water and laying on the side of the pool. He left the crowd of people, went upstairs and set fire to the hotel. Now, it just occurred to me that I should have shown you the proof in a video. It was silly just to talk about it, so here we go. First of all, this is Leroy Smith at the scene.
You saw his foot wet? You saw this man foot wet? He pants wet? Oh, nobody observed this. Nobody observed this man wet pants. And I'm not talking about person who may observe it now, but the police, them at police at the back of years. So nobody observed her. Okay. Yeah, man, encourage people to look at your channel. You must check out. Let me continue.
Wet from the knees down, soaking wet trainers, and you can see from his footprints on the step, there's actually water lines on the steps there. Why is he wet? Right next to a pool where a girl's body has just been found when he never went in to help recover her. This is Leroy here in front of one of the police cars. Okay, now what I'm going to do at this part of the video is include the video. Now, it is a little bit upsetting because you can see Adriana laying on the side of the pool, but she is covered up at this point. And I just want you to see what happens and how he goes into the room and straight away the smoke and everything starts. Now, that would tell me that was probably the room in which Adriana was held until her body was placed in the water.
Went into the room. Why, Wendy? You see that? Nobody couldn't see this man acting suspicious like this. The police them supposed to lock this man up. Cause look, everybody looking at the girl, big Halloween days when them find the girl, and he gone in a room. So he end up disappearing now for going light to fire the room. Yo, this shit is crazy. Watch ye. That's what we going on. Go on the phone for make he calls them. Go on the phone for make he calls them. This is what they're doing.
I just did a video about the... So I'm going to reply to this comment with a video because it's really important, because Gemma's not the only one to have said exactly the same thing. She wasn't supervised. How can you say she was supervised? She wasn't supervised. She wasn't supervised. She was supervised. She went to a swimming pool at a hotel with 19 family members. The family members, including the adults, were on the side of the pool watching the children at all times in the swimming pool, which is very small, a heart-shaped pool. It's very small and it's right near to where the family was sat. Grandma at one point was asked to get some food for the children and turned away, and in an instant she was gone. Now we know from where the room was set on fire by the police officer, it is literally just up steps from the swimming pool. She could have been taken up those steps and into that room within seconds. Now, for any parent who has children who says that when we take our children to the park, we don't turn to get an ice cream, we don't turn to get a drink out of the bag, there isn't opportunities. This could have happened to anybody. Now, one thing you will not tell me about Adriana Young's family is that they are not lovely, respectful, honest, good people. They loved her, they adored her, and they turned away for one brief second, and now they are going through absolute hell. So why don't we judge the evil that met her that day instead of judging her family who are broken? So we're going to reply to this comment with a video because it's really important, because Gemma's not the only one to have said exactly.
I don't think the grandmother torn or nothing like that, man. I think that she gave her the money to go and buy the band, and that's how. This grandmother could have there right at the pool. She is why he's saying to myself how far the grandmother was from the little girl. This is why I want to know all the time, and this is why I trying to figure out at the end of the day, like, you know, like how far the grandmother really went from the little girl. All of them then went around the pool, or this grandmother had a room or something. Because she didn't say that though she had a room. She didn't say that. So you trying to tell me soon she torn, she back them snatch? She nah, I mean think so. She had to go somewhere where they could have guessed she. Somewhere that they could have guessed she.
I'm showing you this because it's really important to the case and for justice for Adriana Young. And I don't wish to upset anyone, so trigger warning, but at the same time it's really imperative that we talk about this. So some of the injuries that we can see to the body of 11-year-old Adriana Young, who was found in this swimming pool after being missing for 20 hours in Guyana. Some of the injuries to her body were very much like this, with almost looking like some of the skin had been stripped away. We also see the white patches on her knees and also on her hands. Now, the one thing I cannot show you, but I can tell you now from looking at the pictures of her body, that that's also the case with her face. Now, how bizarre that Leroy...
I want you see, all of these is things whereby nobody didn't observe. All of these things, eh? Look carefully what this girl is showing you.
Smith, who's running Wayne Smith apparently, but goes by Leroy. He has very similar patterns on his hands. Let's take a close-up look at it. Look here. Now, my kind of opinion would be that some kind of cleaning solution or acid, some type of acid or bleach has been used. But it would have to have been like really strong graded stuff to have caused the injuries it has to Adriana's body. You can also see it on his other hand here. And can I just remind everyone that this police officer was the one who set fire to the hotel room within 3 minutes of her body being found. And also when he was confronted when he came down the stairs after setting the fire, he also was soaking wet from the knee down, including his shoes, which were leaving wet footprints everywhere. Like, this guy is so involved in what happened. I'm showing you this because it's really important to the case and for justice for Adriana Young. And I don't wish to upset anyone, so trigger warning, but at the same time it's really imperative that we talk about this. So some of the injuries that we can see to the body of 11-year-old Adriana Young, who was found in this swimming pool after being missing for 20 hours in Guyana. Some of the injuries to her body were very much like this, with almost looking like some of the skin had been stripped away. We also see the white patches on her knees and also on her hands. Now, the one thing I cannot show you, but I can tell you now from looking at the pictures of her body, that that's also the case with her face. Now, how bizarre that Leroy Smith, who's running Wayne Smith apparently, but goes by Leroy, he has very similar patterns on his hands. Let's take a close-up look at it. Look here. Now, my kind of opinion would be that some kind of cleaning solution or acid, some type of acid or bleach has been used. But it would have to have been like really strong graded stuff to have caused the injuries it has to Adriana's body. You can also see it on his other hand here. And can I just remind everyone that this police officer was the one who set fire to the hotel room within 3 minutes of her body being found. And also when he was confronted when he came down the stairs after setting the fire, he also was soaking wet from the knee down, including his shoes, which were leaving wet footprints everywhere. Like, this guy is so involved in what happened. I'm showing you this. So let's get into this post from Facebook. It says the stories are coming out. Ewan Raman just came and said his story, and I quote, in 2014, an attempt was made on my life by the same hotel owner and his security that went to jail with him. When I was being choked, punched in the head and tasered 5 times to my chest, the receptionist and the bartender watched and said I did nothing. So the autopsy will happen today for little 11-year-old. Morning guys, so trigger warning because we are going to talk about drowning and we are going to relate it to the Adriana Young case. Now this is the kind of natural position someone who drowns in a pool will fall into on the bottom of the pool. Now first of all I think it's relevant because Adriana could not be seen in that pool anywhere, and you'd think if her body was in this position, you know, she's not tucked up, she's not hid away, that you would be able to see her. And it says, for those who think that drowning is a pleasant way to go, think again, drowning is a violent assault on the body, during which the frightened victim fiercely, albeit briefly, battles to survive. Death would follow exhaustion within only 2 to 3 minutes, which means for 2 to 3 minutes she would have been panicking in that water and fighting against the drowning. And yet a full-packed swimming pool with 19 of her own family members there, plus the public, plus staff and everyone else, nobody saw her panicking. Now here it talks about when the body does reappear on the surface, so after a period of 2 days, normally 2 to 3 days, in a swimming pool, if the person did generally die from drowning, then they will always be discovered floating face down in the water with the head drooped forward and lower than the rest of the body. Lividity, the pooling of blood and fluids, will then have permanently settled in the under regions of the corpse. So it's basically saying the body will rise in this position, like this. So you would see the gradual rising, but in this position, and because the extremities, the arms and the legs are heavier and they would be kind of pulled down towards the gravity and the head would be dipped forward. So this is how you would expect her to rise to the surface. However, she rose to the surface if in a vertical position, which means to me she was never in the bottom of that pool. To me, she was never in the pool dead long enough to have settled in any particular way. To me, she was pushed into the pool, probably off the trolleys that were going around the pool, and she was still in that position, hadn't even yet gone down before her body was found. Morning guys, so trigger warning because we are going to talk about
Ross is this. All the time I run me more on no sound. What is this? Thank you, chat. Thank you, guys. Thank you. And we got far to 4, we got far to 6 votes. Come on, guys. Where is the votes? Where is the votes? What are you guys doing? Now I want y'all listen to this. Because this is a nurse This look like a nurse that definitely was at a nurse that was at the hospital when the autopsy was going on. Now here we're going on, guys. Did you know what these examiners saying that she drowned and they didn't see no marks of violence is them lying. It looked like everybody getting paid off right now. Here's how I watching at it. It looked like everybody getting paid off. No joke. It looked like everybody getting paid off. Because what y'all gonna hear here so right now, gonna leave y'all shock. I telling you, this is definitely gonna leave y'all shock when y'all hear this. You understand? Let me get you see so. Oh shucks. This is gonna leave y'all shock. Hello, good night, Karen.
You are muted.
All right, good. Thank you.
Yeah, everybody say you're muted and I can't hear neither.
We back up. I done unmute long ago.
Okay.
All right. I know you're tuning. I soon open the phone lines for we get some conversation going on. Yeah, we soon open the phone lines. We're not gonna done the show as yet. I was about to close the show down, but we could reason a little more. Now we are gonna hear here, so guys, is gonna really leave you a surprise. Cause like I said, the statement that we hear she drunk alone and she wasn't, didn't see no form of no marks or nothing on her body. Everybody taking pay right now. I feel like they take pay. I want y'all listen to this here. So this is a nurse that definitely was there before the autopsy even begun. Listen to what this female said.
Number one, when
It's in the comment section.
fucking week. Number one,
On this with what he just now said.
that friggin' child and drunk no fucking week. Number one, when the girl come to the hospital, when child body come to the hospital, the police had the forensic people doing work on the girl when the doctor in charge come in to swab the child to see if they touch her in any way sexually or whatever. They tell the doctor in charge that they can't swap shit because they don't do it, that she can't do the work because they don't do it.
How you going what's going to here? How you could tell these people them what to do from what they can do? You supposed to move let these people them take over this body and do whatever they got to do. I think these medical guys was the guys them supposed to be doing any touching, any exposing, any checking. So how come doctors at the hotel was doing that, or nurses or whatever, and then have the audacity to tell the person who's supposed to do the job that you can't do that because they already done it? Me not understand is though. As we continue.
When she come in the hospital this morning, all we was talking about the case. Everybody saying how they can't sleep because of what go on and since the story they can't sleep wherever. You know what she said? That when they see the little child anus, which by her rectum, was relaxed and it was turned out inside.
Wisdom now. She anal, she resurrectum was torn inside out. What is this? Is wisdom? What?
Out. She's never seen that before. All them doctors who went there was stating that the child's skin had abrasions. Even the freaking Dr. Baby, there was surgery child body. They got a report all in the freaking records room stating that the child's skin had abrasions on it, bruising. Right? They never take the report from the hospital nor nothing. the police them carry that child away in the Ezekiel van, and nobody was able to go down with her, no doctor or nobody. Now you're hearing some other scunt. Look, whatever they get, look for them.
Well, I tell you about here though. Y'all hear though? Y'all hear what she just now said there? You guys heard what she just now said? This full skullduggery when going on, bro. That is full craziness. For know that they was already doing something to this girl before the original doctor reached there for do what they gotta do. The police there by Guyanese people open your eyes by. You open, you see what's going on. Once the government involved or anything, when I say involved, it's things like this is what happen. Now, from the very first instant, I heard the president telling this girl mother that she could pick who she want to do the autopsy, and then she could have whoever she want around to, you know what I mean, inspect the autopsy being done, or whatever is the case. She now could do it. Now the father didn't want to go, but the mother didn't go. The mother didn't go, and they're wrong for see with your own eyes are going on. Like nobody didn't see this girl, this little girl. This real fucked up. That crazy. That is crazy. No joke. That make I wonder. Real nastiness going on. Now, this is the doctor here, sir. Let me hear what the doctor had to say. Autopsy. This is one of the doctors that was requested by the mother and father to be there, you know what I mean, in present to see what go down or what went down. Take a listen to what this man had to say, guys.
A lot of persons share the live. I need this to get out there. First of all, I think what we're doing there in Georgetown and around the country, I don't think it's warranted. I'm going to explain why. Y'all don't come for me so quick. Don't come for me so fast. Now, I had the opportunity to be present as a doctor, a local doctor, in the autopsy of Miss Adriana Young. Like I mentioned to you guys earlier, I was on point with everything about the time we were trying to start the autopsy. I was on point with the time it would have taken to have the process completed. I was on point with everything. Now, before the process started around 12:30 today, we had a meeting with the three doctors, Dr. Glenn, Dr. Collins, and Dr. Paul. Myself, attorney at law Darren Wade, so Brian, Amicia, Amika, the grandmother, the whole family. We had a meeting with the three forensic pathologists that the government provided for the family. Now, the moment I walked into that meeting, like I continued to share my views that before even going to the meeting, I knew, like many others, that this young lady was drowned, right? Somebody drowned her, or cause of death was drowning. We knew this. The moment the pathologists, they were talking, I interrupted them. Again, the family members can attest to this. Mr. Wade can attest to this also. I said, listen, I need you guys to do two things for me. The first thing you're going to help us with, this is what I want you guys to do, to determine time of death. Now, because of the time, rigor mortis and all these things, they're actually got no value after so many days. I asked them if they can tell us time of death, not time of death in terms of the hour. If they can tell me if she died the afternoon, the night, or the following morning. I made that quite clear. The doctors informed me that based on the time, it's a bit impossible to determine that. So right away, I knew at that point in time that, you know, it would have helped us a lot, because one of the things we really wanted to know, again, we don't want the hour, we wanted to know if this young lady died between 3:10 to midnight, between midnight to morning, from morning to whenever her body, day clean to whenever her body was found. That was one of the main purposes, right? Secondly, I said to them, now, when we go in and we find water in her lungs, those are my exact words. When we go in and we find water in her lungs, I want you guys to be able to tell me or tell us if this water came from a tap pipe or this water came from the pool. Will you guys be able to determine this for us? They responded also in a negative. So all the time,
Yeah, though. Viewers and subscribers, they are able going on. This man asking them these questions, and all the time them not giving the man the right answers. You check is what going on there? This crazy. You hear what the man just now say? Every time he asks them, it's like something different.
for me, the first thing you're going to help us with, this is what I want you guys to do, to determine time of death. Now, because of the time, rigor mortis and all these things, they're actually got no value after so many days. I asked them if they can tell us time of death, not time of death in terms of the hour. If they can tell me if she died the afternoon, the night, or the following morning. I made that quite clear. The doctors informed me that based on the time, it's a bit impossible to determine that. So right away, I knew at that point in time that, you know, it would have helped us a lot, because one of the things we really wanted to know, again, we don't want the hour, we wanted to know if this young lady died between 3:10 to midnight, between midnight to morning, from morning to whenever her body, day clean to whenever her body was found. That was one of the main purposes, right? Secondly, I said to them, now, when we go in and we find water in her lungs, those are my exact words. When we go in and we find water in her lungs, I want you guys to be able to tell me or tell us if this water came from a tap pipe or this water came from the pool. Will you guys be able to determine this for us? They responded also in a negative. So all the time.
So if them answer in a negative way, right? Why you them be more serious with them? Like, yo, man, y'all need to give me some proper answer. I need proper answer, cause y'all giving me negative answers. You know what I mean? You as a man will get put on the ground for no certain things. I feel to myself should implicate by saying, yo, me really understand what y'all really telling me. Y'all need to give me some more, some more logic information with what I telling y'all, because I ask y'all upon these are the things that we want to know. We want to know the hour. We want to know what time we should drunk by. If it's the pool water or some, because autopsy supposed to show you all of that. That's the same thing I say. Autopsy, you're not going to just come with one thing, yeah, she drowned. You will know how she drunk, when she drunk, which she drunk by. What is country these people them telling me by? What really people telling me? No, me using a phone. That was when I was screen munch. This when I was screen recording the video today. The battery was going, so that's why the pop up. Me showing on from my phone. I have a whole computer here, so you understand. But I'm running this back from an upload that I did today. You supposed to be more angry and get on bar like yo. These man them been telling me like I got a feeling he take pay too. Y'all feel he take pay? Cause somebody say he take pay just now. I feel like he's supposed to get on more bad. Like, cause if I dep on the ground, where there's road construction, where there's painting house, if I am put in charge to see these guys do what they're doing, obviously I must have some knowledge upon this work, make they put me in charge. Because they're not gonna put a down the head, we know the work, say the city, if them see them name them on the wall and it is supposed to get paint and the worker gonna paint the name, them gonna left it. No, I have to be equipped and know what's going on with painting, with construction, with building house, for get put in a position to watch over and make sure people do the right thing. Because if I don't know nothing, people gonna do scunt. This is what I'm saying. If he ain't get paid off, which he look like he talking the truth, but all I'm saying is that he should be a little more, more harsh with them. Cause for instance, like this is what I explained to y'all. I am not gonna get put in order to watch a man paint a house and see this man painting the house wrong. Or if I ask you a question, say, hey, could y'all make sure could y'all paint the counter, the bonnet, the counter, the shelf, you understand, and the patio. If I ask them for do that, and if them give me an answer like, "Boy, we ain't really know," and these things have to get painted by a particular time. All right, we got 24. We got from 8 to 6 in the afternoon, right? Could y'all get this thing finished by that time? But I didn't think so. Right away, me, you going up the road when you give me an answer like that. Right away, I body you up. Like, what you mean that you know if you could done this? We already told you already these are the things that have to be done. So it's like, though, these people am giving you a wrong answer or giving you a negative answer. He should have been more serious with them, I feel. I don't know, but I just feel that.
So all the time, we of course we know cause of death. Now their job was to determine the cause of death. Not determine, confirm the cause of death. They have done that. They have confirmed the cause of death. All right. Now it's up to law enforcement. Now, guys, mention law enforcement. Now I know you can get even more rage and anger because of what is happening. But the law.
Well, I'm passing the current way mean by you don't think he take pay? That's what you're saying. You don't think he take pay? You think he's speaking the truth? If you guys think he's speaking the truth in the chat, let me see you comment he's speaking the truth. If you guys think he's speaking the truth. You know what I mean? Do you think he's speaking the truth? Monica Williams, welcome down to the show. How you doing? Monica Williams said he is afraid. I am sorry he was being put there as a right scapegoat. Yeah, I love Ovi. It's so bad. Okay. This boy said that man is scared. You could see it in his face. You know what I mean? Shout out to all the new subscribers. All right, King said no, he ain't take pay. All right, King said he ain't take pay. He feel he ain't take pay. The songs of the voice worry me. Song of the voice worry me. All right. And next person said no, you take pay. All right, cool. Rain Sato, he's lying. Hold on. This person, yeah. Renee, I wonder if that's the name. He's lying. Body language shows he's lying. All right, I want y'all watch. Doctor, the one street say he's talking the truth. Just, all right. He complimented. All right, compliment. I said the FBI need to head down to Guyana and all heads will roll. Yeah, man, this was saying. And we hear Jack Dio say something like that. The president, I think, tell the police commissioner them for step down from investigating the story. You know what I mean? Because the family say them want is either Scotland Yard, Canada Police, or the FBI is them to deal with it. And I think I hear the prime minister say you don't think that could happen. I think this we say on the press conference that he don't think that could happen. That is crazy. And we continue.
Lawyer, Mr. Wade, already engaged the government to bring on board. I don't know if you guys were listening to his live on Gordon, to engage the FBI, Scotland Yard, whoever, to have an independent probe into the manner in which she died by drowning. If it was in a bathtub, if it was in the pool, in a whatever the case is. And that is where law enforcement comes in. That is the part I cannot talk about. So do not be running around telling people take money and so on. Ain't got no way in a million years anybody could pay me for that young lady's life. So y'all don't stop with the nonsense. I did my part and I did it honestly. So we going on the road and burning down and do not wait. Let this thing go. Let the process. Oh my God. Again, I am trying not to use the word law enforcement or the police. I'm trying not to use that word. Mr. Wade has already engaged the government about getting help from the FBI and Scotland Yard to have an independent probe into why it took. I gotta use it again. Law enforcement, so many hours to discover that young lady's body. All right, guys? So I'm humbly asking you guys, right? Stop the burning. Let us just let this thing, let the process continue. We all knew before that this whole thing happened, we all knew what took place. Now we have confirmation that it was water in the lung. But unfortunately, guys, we cannot determine, based on what the forensic specialists they have said to me, whether or not the water came from the pool. Reason being also, right? It can be because of osmosis, it can be because the lung generally have a bit of water inside, can dilute the chlorine. This part, I'm being honest with you, I'm humble enough to let you guys know that that is out of my reach. I was trying to do the research to see where we can have the liquid. They have pieces of every part of the body being that was examined that will be processed meticulously. I keep using this word meticulously. I have never seen an autopsy. I don't like using autopsy. People get vexed when I use it. Necropsy. Got a reason why. But it's a long story since in Cuba, first year medicine. I have a preference over necropsy, although necropsy, according to modern definition, is doing it on animal. Is that they separate it. But you can't do autopsy. You can't examine your dead self. That's why I don't believe in. So that's why I keep using the word necropsy for the persons who keep talking nonsense about malapropism and so on. Anyhow, again, let Scotland Yard, the FBI, whoever, the family and their lawyer, with my opinion of also, basically engage to help us do this independent. We want nobody from nobody from Guyana. We understand that. They keep repeating it. I understand that. They don't want anybody from Guyana, nobody from the Guyana Police Force, nobody from the Guyana Defense Force, nobody from the Guyana Fire Service. No. They want somebody who's independent of influence. So guys, I'm humbly asking you, this is not for likes. This is because I want to be damaging the country every time we don't agree on something. Y'all can come for me, I don't mind. Right? Come for me, I don't mind.
All right, my brother, don't worry. They're not come for you. And good. But that's crazy. Shout out to those persons who say he talking the truth and he take pay, you know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean? I don't know, but all I'm saying is that I feel that he should have get on a little bad when they wasn't giving him the direct answer that he wanted. That's all I'm saying, you know what I mean? Because if I get put in a position to do something, you know what I mean? My duty is to make sure it's done properly. You know what I mean? And he know what's going on within the realms, within the world the work that he does. You understand? It's not no play thing or thing, you know what I mean? He know what's up. So he's supposed to, here he said, this is what the autopsy is supposed to show. The cause of death, the time, what she die by, what kind of water. These are the things. Because she drowned, but she wasn't drowned in the pool. The autopsy could say if she was drowned in the pool or not. Now let's head over to Jack Diol. I want to hear what Jack Diol really say about this whole situation here, so. You understand? Let me get this here, so. Let me take a little listen to what he really say. You know, we really got to tell we rocking. Might go up to 12. Now it's 10 for the 4. Shout out to everybody who's still rocking with us.
And they still have not completed the entire process because they've sent off samples to do the toxicology report. Express.
Skip the line and get right to your destination.
Just a minute, guys. Excuse the ads.
Sorrow and grief about the passing of this child. Cause of death.
Start over from the top. Let's get this. Sad man fucking head. The head is what's killing you, you shine head.
Thank you for being here at this press conference. The autopsy into the death of Adriana Young has been completed. And the cause of...
Yeah, he had big causes, the amount of fucking... The amount of sense we got, you know what I mean? When it comes to certain thing, robbery, con man, you know, Uzi.
Death has been established as drowning. However, the family still deserves to find out the truth of what happened to Adriana Young. We need to thoroughly investigate the circumstances in under which she drowned, whether there was foul play or not. And the president has announced that there shall be a thorough investigation into this matter. The first step had to be establishing the cause of death. Now that we know the cause of death, we need to find out how she died. As I said before, was it by foul play or was it just drowned in the pool while she was there swimming?
It can be. Wait a minute there, and this is the thing we're getting me vexed with people. Why everybody still implicating the pool, the pool, the pool? Adriana didn't went into the fucking pool, bro. I put the pool out to the whole scene. In order for you go in the pool, you gotta get a ban. How much people could put a ban on by themselves? How much of you on this live right now could literally take, when you get a ban, you put it on by yourself? It's not a lot of person could do it. You got to get somebody else to put the ban on your hand. So when she buy the ban, obviously she's going to take it back to her grandmother for her grandmother to put the ban hand on her hand. Stop implicating the pool. Adriana did not went in the pool. If she was in the pool and she drowned in the pool, like we just was watching the white girl when she said, it takes 2 to 3 hours before somebody drowned. So obviously people would have seen the 2 to 3 hours to see she fighting up and all these things while she drowned in. That they could have had time for plunge, save her from drowning. So she was not in the pool. I don't know why people keep dunking he in the ball her ass, but if she went in it, but she drowned in the pool swimming. She wasn't in the pool.
I believe more than anything else that a family needs this truth. I've seen a lot of people exercise or express sorrow and grief about the passing of this child. And I believe they do so genuinely. And then I've seen others who I believe don't care anything about this child, but who are using the opportunity to pursue a political motive. We will never satisfy those who are seeking a political motive or to capitalize politically on this tragedy. We'll never be able to say anything to satisfy them. Their demands will keep changing by the minute because they hope to get a political outcome out of this tragedy.
Looking for reliable car insurance that doesn't break the bank? With us, you get comprehensive coverage starting at just $19.
It is for those who, the family and those who are genuinely concerned about the death of this child, that we have a duty to thoroughly investigate this matter. I saw the anguish and pain on the faces of family members, the mother, and particularly the father last week, just before I came to this press conference, where he was inconsolable. And he said his gut feeling was that the child was in the hotel. And that's the pain of a father. I've seen it. And so we have a duty to him and the family. They need to know whether there was foul play or not. Last week, I also, at my press conference, I asked the police to release the video that they claimed they had supporting the statement that they made that the child left in a vehicle, and they gave the number and make of the vehicle. I said, how is it, I asked, how is it that you claim the child left, you said you had a video, and then the body was found in the pool? It's inconsistent with the fact. And why, how did the body, if the child left, reappear in the pool? Before my press conference ended, they then issued a statement saying that the initial statement was false. And then they subsequently issued another statement saying that it's the civilian staff who work at the command center. Now there is a command center to monitor cameras, the cameras that you see along the road. So there are people who work there who are not police. They watch the cameras all the time, and then if they see anything, a crime being committed or anything unusual, they then report it to the police. They're not police. So they claim that a young lady had provided false information and she was sent on leave. We still have to investigate.
That sounds like bullshit.
Believe that. We still have to investigate. And I suspect that in the thorough investigation promised by the president.
So if these people and he's saying there is not police, but they watch the camera and they give the word out that this girl jump in some car, why still you asking them to release the video and they can't release the video? If they say they have this video. Monica Williams, you must go laugh. This man is, you're making joke with them. You're making joke with them. Them bad. If he asking for the video and can't get the video, and he's still saying that these people them see. Yo.
All of those matters, including police action, will be reviewed and investigated. So, the family, through their lawyer, and directly requested of the president to allow them to bring in their own pathologists, because the government brought in a pathologist from Barbados, a world-renowned pathologist, but there were concerns that since the government brought him in, then the government maybe or the police would be involved in a cover-up of the cause of death. So the government of Guyana acceded to the family's request. They chose the pathologist, who is an international and a world-renowned pathologist. They brought him in on their own, at their own expenses. And then the government got 2 other international pathologists to be here so that they could jointly conduct the post-mortem. One from Mount Sinai and the other from Barbados. Now, the autopsy was witnessed by the family doctor, a nurse that the family had confidence in, the lawyer, Darren Wade, and several other persons. The post-mortem was videoed in its entirety so that if there is any doubt about its thoroughness, that could be reviewed. It's all there on video. This was not a regular autopsy. A regular autopsy would take about half an hour. This one took about 5 hours, and it is because it's a forensic autopsy, which is different than a regular autopsy determining cause of death. So, and they still have not completed the entire process because they've sent off samples to do the toxicology report to see if there's like any.
Well, that sounds good. The song reasonable for know that they sent off other samples to get certain things sorted out. You know what I mean? It's very good.
Or any alcohol or anything of that, any substance. Now they started off, there were several claims made in the public domain about the child. A lot of them from social media. Now, there was this claim that there were several broken bones and the body was at different angles. I've seen lots of posts about that the body had several broken bones. So the first thing that they did is they sent the body for a CT scan and a X-ray, which came back and said, and for internal bleeding also, they would have looked at that. It was reported that that came back negative. There were no broken bones. This is what the lawyer said, who up to yesterday, I'll go through what Darren Wade himself said, but that was the first thing they did. Secondly, in the public domain, there was this view that you had a lot of trauma on the knee and the arms. I myself saw a picture, which was really terrible, with the child lying there and what seems like several bruises along the knee and the arm. And they also told the family that this is consistent with drowning. Now, all three pathologists, these are highly trained specialists. So that's the second thing that was in the public domain about these bruises on the arm, which seemed to be visible when the body came out. The third is that there was a worry that she may have been sexually assaulted. So they checked for that too. And they found that that was not so, because there were on social media a lot of this claim that she was sexually assaulted too. Then there was an issue that there was cotton in the nose. I saw the post from the doctor who witnessed it on behalf of the family, and he said that he can give an explanation about this. So they have an explanation about this. But Mr. Wade himself said, the lawyer, that they found no cotton in the nose. We still are waiting that explanation. But they found, that's what he said, no cotton in the nose. But it does seem like from the pictures circulated, there was some white.
Now, obviously, even if cotton was in your nose, cotton not gonna be in your nose up to the fucking day when they're doing the autopsy or shit. Cotton not gonna be in your nose. Cotton was in your nose. But cotton not gonna stay there till they gotta do the autopsy. Obviously, whoever went, and then I just played a video whereby you heard a nurse said she was on duty when they had doctors already doing their thing to the girl, and not even the pathologist or the examiner that was brought in to do the autopsy. The Guyana police force had some nurse or doctor doing, swiping your nose and all these things. So when the original doctor come for do it, they turn and tell the doctor, you can't do the car, we don't do that. How that? So I don't know how a cotton could then nose up to a day like today. This fuckery.
Substance in the nose, similar to what was on the arm and leg which was almost white when you look at the picture. It started like changing color. So these were several things we heard that they were looking for, and I'm not going to go through. I know
I just want to hear we say really, because we know he lying, but I just want to hear myself for the viewers them could really see how this thing is really go, you know?
Specialists. You have to be trained. These are highly trained people. They've done this for a living to examine cause of death. So when I see some people, even me, I had concerns. I myself shared the view that this child was murdered. And I For a moment, I did not even think about drowning. But now that the pathologists, including the pathologists that they brought in, all concluded it's drowning, we have to follow the science. And all of the people who I see online, like some said now that they were next door and they heard their child screaming when they were contacted by the investigator who posted that online, said they hear it from somebody else, but they claim that they were next door and heard their child screaming when contacted. They said no, they hear it, they see a post on social media to that effect.
Because the people them free for their life. So the people them must say that. The people them frightened. You think anybody want to die over something with them and even involving, but just giving a statement could cause you your life. So the people them must go for say because the people them frightened, and then we played the voice note with the woman saying that she was scared. Understand? She's scared. But y'all know what it is, man. Y'all know the vibe. There's a part I can pull the curtains down. It was a pleasure being here with you guys. It's 11 o'clock. I gotta be back here in the morning, so y'all can't drain the goose or you know what I mean? You know? Rob the goose. So thanks to everybody that definitely checked in. For those persons who check in tonight, I hope if I see you guys tomorrow on the live, I will be giving you guys some wrench. Alright, guys? Anyway, you don't know what it is, man. Let's start the things TV where you get the latest in Guyana and the diaspora. We're still covering the Adriana story. Tomorrow we got some more videos to show and some more information to share with you guys. So don't move. Don't go nowhere. Make sure you join me at 8 o'clock again tomorrow. Right here on Let's Start the Things TV YouTube channel. All right? Peace and love to everybody. Check me out in the Rising. Understand? I'm out of air. Love.